You're not recording. Hey, already.
You didn't think that was gonna happen?
Hey, we got a special guest in the motherfucking house. We got a guest in the house. Shout out to Big Zer, aka Zuri London. Hey, mama. Shout out to you. What's up, Cuddy? I know I was late, but you can obviously see why I was late.
No, I was like, okay, I got a hard stop. I hope you get here at some point.
Cuddy said, I got a hard out today, huh? Where you going? First off,
I got dinner reservations, and if I don't go, they're gonna charge me for the reservations and then give me a gift card.
oh, you one of them. You one of them. You got one of them spots?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's give a round of applause to our special guest of the for the night. You know what I'm saying? She was born a couple months ago, 4 months ago to be exact. She been out here in these streets wilding with her dad. She been at all the events. She been thugging and bugging, kicking and moving, smoothing and grooving. Don't mind the hair because it's everywhere. You dig what I'm talking about? Give it up for Big Zer. Zuri running in another building. What's happening? Hey, Cuddy, I want to play this clip real quick.
All right.
It's funny as hell.
Okay.
Hold up, what do they? Oh, I know. These are balacananas. Balacanamas. Balacanalas.
Man, sign that shit out, yo.
Balacanalas. Oh, no. Balacalagia. Balacalagia. These must be foreign
Yeah,
shoes.
some foreign bitches there, yo.
Yeah, they from yeah, they from foreign. They
What the
foreign
bitches
shoes.
is, black?
So I don't know if you sent that to me, but I didn't watch it. If you did, and I'm sitting up here, what is he trying to?
Balacananas.
Is he saying Balenciagas?
Yes.
Oh,
Balance and Gias.
in his defense though.
No, ain't no Balacananas. Where's the N? In nanas.
Well, a lot of times people add letters to words when they don't know how to say them.
Balacananas.
I mean, looking at the word Balenciaga.
But the man said sound it out, and he kept going and said, "Oh yeah, Balance and Gias."
Cause I'm sitting there like, what is he talking about? And then you like foreign shoes. I'm like, oh, he's not saying Balenciaga. Is he talking about?
He's saying Balacananas.
Yo, I'm so done with the world.
If I ever see somebody wearing Balacananas, I'm on their ass. Cuddy, we get straight into it. We got a hard stop. So can we get straight into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Zara, you want to say something for the camera? Mama, you want to say something? Don't be camera shy now. Okay, she like, move out the way. Get the mic out of my face if I slap you. I'm sorry, baby. Daddy got to do a job, all right? Cool? Give me a kiss. All right, cool. So, let's just get straight into it.
What is this Jada Pinkett thing?
Oh, I was about to get into it. So, on Will Smith's birthday just recently passed, right?
Uh-huh.
And not only did she post and say, you know, thank you to her husband, she posted a video of her dancing with Tupac to one of Will Smith's songs. So, hold on, wait, I got it.
Just don't understand.
On Will's birthday.
Okay, here's the situation. My parents went to wait on
So
But not only did she post it, she posted that bitch twice.
on the same day.
Man, nigga.
So, but
Balacananas.
was there any purpose for her to post that?
To
Like-
mentally abuse Will Smith.
Like I'm starting to like not understand that relationship at all.
I've been understood it.
What's your
What's there? Okay, when you say I don't understand, what is there not to understand, Cuddy?
All right, so I don't know if they've come out and said they're non-monogamous or not, right?
I feel like that was established. I feel like we all knew that though. I feel like there's been rumors and we all knew that.
There's rumors
and
and
then
stuff.
the whole August Alsina thing, and then the
Right.
whole, you know, her insinuating about what's the white girl name from Focus?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, but you know, like there's non-monogamy and there's monogamy. There's ethical monogamy and there's ethical non-monogamy. I don't think they got the ethical part down in they situation.
Look at you. This up your alley, huh? This right up your alley.
No, but that's why I'm confused about their whole situation. It's just like
So for the people who don't know, like myself, who really can't explain that, what is the ethic? What makes this not the ethical part?
so in any relationship, for the relationship to be ethical, both partners have to agree to what's going on, right? So an ethical monogamy, that's basically, hey, we don't cheat. We only do whatever with each other, and here's the confines of a relationship. We don't cheat, and cheating can be defined as kissing and flirting.
That's
and all
monogamy, right?
that. Ethical monogamy.
Okay.
Because just monogamy is, oh yeah, I'm only with you, but then you go cheat a couple times. That's not ethical, but you're still monogamous technically.
Got it.
So in non-monogamy, when you qualify with ethical, that means both partners are clear and understand what's going on, right? So there should be no, oh my God, this happened, and I can't believe this happened, and I wasn't aware of this. Everything should be in the light.
Step into the light, Caroline.
Right, and it just seems like they not in the light.
Light, Caroline.
They don't. Everything doesn't seem like it's in coming to light. So I just don't understand what's going on. Like that seems like, unless there was a reason for her to post that video, that seems like something passive aggressive to do.
And that, you got something to say? And that's what I was saying. Like, first off, on your husband's birthday, why? Out of all, and he's been vocal about him being insecure about Tupac. He said it on the Red Tables Talk, and he said it enough. I mean, if you could literally walk up on, I don't mean to bring this up, but if you could literally walk on stage and slap the dog stuff out of somebody, I didn't cuss.
Yeah, he didn't.
Slap the dog stuff out of somebody on national TV in front of millions of people over this woman. I think you're going over. I think you're going over the edge. And I honestly think she's doing this on purpose.
She might be. That's why I'm saying I don't get the relationship, right? And granted, I want
that. How do you see it? How do you see the relationship right now?
Going to hell in a handbasket. A hot dumpster fire. It's a dumpster fire right now. That's for the little bit of information I have. I don't have a lot of information. Yeah. I don't follow them.
I mean, Cuddy, we over the past couple of years, we have enough information.
No, we don't. We don't know what goes on behind those closed doors.
We don't have enough information on what's going on. They didn't make their marriage so public. I feel like we have enough information.
Well,
to be
let me correct it. I don't have enough information because I don't care enough to watch all that stuff that they make public.
Gotcha.
I just hear about the big things.
Yeah, I hear. Well, I mean, it's a lot of big things.
The reason why I say no, because I don't even count Red Table Talks. I don't watch it. I don't care about it.
Why you don't care? Why you don't count it?
Well, I don't count it for me because I don't watch it.
You know what? I don't either, but somehow it magically comes up on my goddamn.
It do not hit my feed very often.
It hits my feed. It's because I got to do research. Right. It's a part of this job. I got to do research.
Yeah, he does all the research. I just show up and talk.
The stuff that I really don't want to see comes up on my feed, but it's good for.
It's good for this
points, right? So, if you were Will Smith, how would you handle this situation? Like, what's next? Because we obviously know that. Cause I'll be pissed off. I'll tell you that right now. You post a dead nigga on my birthday that you've been loving.
So
it's a problem.
I think what's next for them, they need to get on the same page. And as long as they're on the same page, then they're okay.
But what does that mean on the same page? Like,
well,
how long are we gonna be on the same page and you're gonna keep embarrassing me in front of people?
So when I say get on the same page, look. If they have an agreement, here's the level of embarrassment that the other partner can cause the other person, or here's whatever. But whatever it is, as long as they agree about it, then I think it's okay.
I don't know, Cuddy. I don't know, because this is a lot for one man, and he's been vocal about this situation, and he's been vocal about how he felt about this, even after the August Alsina situation. So it's like, I guess they can get on the same page.
That's what I'm saying. They got to be on the same page. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, that's my point. I don't see it honestly happening. I don't see them coming to a term like, all right, let's fix this. How I'm looking at it, I'm like, you just got to divorce her. You got to take the L. You just got to take the L. Otherwise, she's gonna keep continuing to do this as long as you allow it, and you allowing it.
Yeah.
She'd have had to pack her shit the first time. I done cussed. I didn't cuss.
Go ahead and drop a quarter on this table right here. Go ahead, drop a quarter on that.
We gonna mark that. I gotta drop a quarter in the jar.
Yeah.
But so I completely understand. Dog, just get. Y'all old enough. Y'all got the bag. Y'all kids is grown.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do what y'all do separately. And if y'all decide to come back at an old age and y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? But
and here's the thing. I think there's a lot of ways to handle it. They don't even necessarily have to get a divorce. Maybe they just take some time apart.
Bitch, you got see. I there we go. I'm cussing in front of my baby. You gonna have to figure your life out. You gonna have to actually feel like what it's like without that dead nigga, Tupac. Cause
again, the N-word.
N-word, that's not a cuss word. That's a cuss word.
Can you say it at work and not get called into HR?
I've said it at work and not getting called into HR.
What's the next topic? I'm done with Troll Live Mosey.
I'm not trolling, Cuddy, like for real.
Troll Live Mosey.
Speaking of that, so the next topic is about grieving. You sent me this video that I thought was really cool, and it's with Nick Cannon, and Brody made a lot of sense. And it's like, how long? Okay, I'll just let the shit play.
Forever.
There you go again.
It's not a time period. It's not about times like that's something you're gonna grieve daily.
You cutting up out there, bro.
Grieving is forever. It's not a time period. It's not about times like that's something you're gonna grieve daily. Any loss, you know what I mean? And it's learning how to turn your grief into purpose. Learning how to turn your grief into a badge of honor in your character, because we all experience it. Because sometimes grief can turn into anger and sadness. I don't think that's what it's meant for. I think that may be the innate feeling. But when you can turn, oh man, I lost my grandmother, I lost my mother, so therefore it makes me more compassionate to women. I lost my child, so that makes me appreciate other children. I lost my father, or I never knew my father, so that makes me want to be a greater father. When you learn that pain or that grief can actually fulfill you with strength in those spaces that once were empty, I think that then allows you to figure out why we're here in the first place. Grieving is...
Shout out to Nick Cannon. Shout out to Big Nick. Nick. That is not Nick Cannon's thing, is it?
No, that's Nickelodeon.
I feel like I used to think Nick Cannon owned Nickelodeon, but that's another side topic. How do you feel about this, Cuddy?
So,
well, obviously Jada Pinkett Smith is giving a perfect fucking example of a perfect example of grieving is forever. I mean,
why do you troll so hard?
I'm not troll. Is that not an example?
It is an example. It's actually a very good example.
Tupac died in what, 96? Bruh. Is that not almost what?
Yeah, it's a lot of years.
20 years ago?
It's more than 20 years ago.
No, because it's 2000. Oh, it is more than 20.
Almost 30 years ago.
Almost 30. No, he's about 20 something. Oh, yeah, damn. Anyways, go ahead.
I think Nick Cannon touched on some very powerful stuff when he was talking about it. When I started listening to it, I took a step back. I was like, this is not just about grief. This is about a mindset on looking at on how to look at life, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could look at life in a downward mindset or upward mindset.
Right.
How do I take this situation and benefit from it?
Right.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
So I was like, this is powerful stuff, right? He's talking about grief. I haven't experienced grief on the level that he talked about, fortunately. I think the biggest loss that I've suffered grandparents. Like
Yeah.
I've had, I don't think I got any grandparents left. You know, like Kendrick Lamar said, all my grandma's dead.
Is that the quote you got from Kendrick?
He said that, right?
I mean, but that's the one you stuck with?
I mean, it was one of them. I was in the car driving home, and he said it. I was like, oh man,
That's what got your brain going.
you ain't gotta come for me like that. But anywho, but I
That's the Kendrick quote that you remember out of all the songs. That's the one that you remember.
Even Zuri don't like it.
Even Zuri don't like it. Go ahead.
But yeah, so talking about grief, like, I was like, man, this is deep, right? He's saying, look at what's going on and take yourself to a different place. Take it and make it more, turn it to a positive. And I think that's really special and powerful, because when a person could do that, take something that's a negative in life and flip it on its head and say, here's how I'm going to make this beneficial to me. Here's how I'm going to make this powerful to me. It's like taking control of yourself. Instead of being a bystander, you're being active. You're being an active participant in your life versus being a bystander. And I think that's really important, and people need to take note of that. Like, don't be a bystander. Be an active participant in life.
I kind of agree, but then I don't.
Okay.
Because I don't believe anything is forever. I believe stuff is forever. I don't believe anything is forever. I believe the work that you put in can heal. You start to when you put in work to what's the word I'm looking for, to heal.
Mm-hmm.
You not only heal the person and the soul, but you also know those triggers, and the grieving comes from those triggers. The music that you probably listen to with that person, the food that you probably ate with that person, the time that you spent with that person. Once you heal those triggers, I believe that the scars will always be there.
Right.
Let's be real. The scars will always be there, but the actual the feeling of grieving, like a deep grieve, I think it can get easier with time. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say that because I actually know I've lost people that's really close to me. Actually, I have. But I've learned to understand the situation, and it helped me with I lost them part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I don't, maybe I'm confusing what he said. I don't even think he means like the strong emotional part. I think he more so is speaking about the scar it leaves too, right? It is forever because you always have that scar. It's always going to be a part of you. It's just how you take that part of you and how you make it work for you versus letting it work against you.
Right. Okay. I mean, yeah. Because what I'm thinking he's talking about is like you just grieving in this deep sorrow forever. You know, I mean, it can happen, but I just feel like I said, if you work on yourself through time, you are. I'm the type of person I like to see the positive. So it's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna think on those times we did have, and not the times we didn't have.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I think you brought up the deep sorrow piece of it. It's a deep sorrow and it's a hurt forever if you don't do those positive things. If you do the positive things, then it just becomes a scar and a badge of honor of, I know how to be a better person because of this,
right? Versus
always being down in the dumps because of it.
Yeah, and because I don't want to put that out there that we just like, you know, the grieving won't go away, because some people do take words like verbatim. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do take what you say and then take it like
very literally,
very literal. Like,
right?
You know, then I'll never heal from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now they always sad because they feel like internally that they'll never heal from a loss of a friend, family member, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Like best friend, they'll never heal from it. But just like time, and that could be me. That could just be me being I done been through a lot, and I done had a lot of close people, you know, pass around me. I could be, you know, I wouldn't say jaded, but I'd say I have a callus around myself, to where it's like I've built that callus around my heart, to where it's like it's life. You know, like you just take it. You just take it.
I don't think either of us have had the big.
The big Wambo.
We ain't had the big Wambo yet.
You know what? And I pray that that stays far away from me. But you know, it's inevitable.
Right.
But I know this is crazy to say. I have mentally started to cope with certain things.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'll just say that.
I got some stuff. I'm like I moved back home.
Yeah.
In preparation.
Yeah.
For some stuff.
You know, same. You know what I'm saying? Like you just know.
Yeah.
For some reason, you just like,
it's on the horizon.
It's on that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And this, hey, mama, I should have did this topic before because this would have went hand in hand with the other, the Jada and the. I mean, it all kind of goes hand in hand, actually. Now that I think about it. So,
the boss.
The boss video, yeah. The boss
hilarious.
video. This is actually a good video. You sent this to me, and I'll let it play before I speak my piece.
I worked in a call center, and I had a female employee that reported to me, and just very kind to me, just like the type of person you want to help win. She comes to my office. She was like, "Boss, can I use your phone?" I was like, "Sure." She gets on the phone, and she's like, "What? I told you that. Why you did it?" And then hangs up. She was like, "Thanks, boss." And I was like, "Yeah." Now this is somebody that was on my team for years, so I was like, "May I ask who you were speaking to?" She was like, "Oh, that was my husband." I said, "May I give you some feedback?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Give you some feedback?" I said, "Please don't speak to me better than you speak to your husband." Oh. Years ago, I worked in a call center, and I had an.
Please don't speak to me better than you speak to your husband. Not the work hubby telling you not to speak to your husband, bad.
That wasn't even the work hubby. That was just her boss.
It could have been a work hubby. Every female got a work hubby. Whether she wanted it or not, she got that one that's bringing her lunch on the side. Oh, I made extra.
How do you feel about the work hubby?
Hey, look, if that nigga can make her lunch, breakfast, and dinner, go ahead. Shit, I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, so that was deep. Please don't speak to me better than you speak to your husband.
It goes back to Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah,
She damn near speak better about Tupac than she do about Will, and they got 2 kids together.
From what I hear, she speak better about every man.
Oh my God! So maybe he should leave it, right?
Look.
Right. Anyway, so going back to the topic before we get off here, because I know you got a hard out. You know what I'm saying? So Pause. What? How do you feel about this video? How do you feel about like women, or even let's say men?
People.
Yeah. Let's
disrespecting their partners.
Disrespecting their partner, treating the others better than what's in the home.
I think that comes from misplaced priorities, right?
Oh, what's that mean? What's that mean?
In life and in this capitalistic society that we live in my opinion, work is seen as the end all be all, the pinnacle of life. You go to work you spend the most time at work, you spend the most time prepping for work, and everything revolves around work. People will say, "Oh, family's the most important thing," and all that. Then why don't we spend 40 hours of our best hours with our family at home? Wake up at 7 a.m., you get prepared, and then at 8 a.m., from 8 to 5, you got to spend that with your family. And then after you done spending time with your family, you go work for 2 or 3 hours and then go to sleep.
Wait. It ain't even a full 8 to 5 because, nigga, you got to sleep.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So I think what we saw right there was a prime example of misplaced priorities by our society, right? She goes to work. She's nice at work. She does everything well at work, and then talks to the person that's supposed to be in her corner crazy. It's like things are flipped. Like, I'm not saying she should be acting up at work because you do have to make a living, but you definitely shouldn't be nicer to the people at work than you are to the people who are close to you.
And even Zuri don't like this topic. Hey, baby. Hey. But no, I would definitely agree, and I would say you should never talk to another person better than you treat the person that you're supposed to be with. I would say because we don't get into relationships thinking we're gonna break up. So I'll say this: you don't talk to another person better than you going to talk to the person that you assume that you're gonna be with for the rest of your life.
Right. Well,
It just don't like it. That don't make sense. I think that's so disrespectful, and that shows what type of person you are in general. You get what I'm saying? Because he thought she was this type of person. Well, yeah, we're in a work setting. You're getting paid to be here, but you truly who you are when you are relaxed, when you're not paid to be here, when you're comfortable, when you know. And if you could yell at somebody in front of somebody else like that, that's a conversation. You say, "Can I step outside, really quick?"
right. Well, and that's also
Hey, go ahead.
showing you code switching, right? How people have to code switch too.
Black people.
Yeah, I assume based on how hard the code switch was that it was a black lady, but I can't be 100% for sure. No, you can't be 100% for sure. It's just an assumption that I'm making. So, but I don't know. Like, I just think it's crazy. Like, our society is set up with this, like, where people have to code switch, where people have misplaced priorities and everything. It's just like, it's just crazy to me. And I really hope people don't talk better to their boss than they do their significant other.
Do you code switch?
All the time. Not as much anymore, but I do it to a certain extent, because my code switching comes in the form of I filter the things that I say. Because you know I go.
Yeah, that's my form of code switching as well.
Yeah, I start my filter, like, instead of just telling somebody no and all that, I just filter the things that I say. So that's how I code switch.
You hear that in the background?
Yeah, I do. You better go.
You hear that?
Go bring her over here and like rock her with
Rock
your
with my
foot.
feet.
Yeah, something.
Baby, daddy gotta work.
She don't care.
She don't, but she will care when she get the reap the benefits from this mug.
Look, she gonna be like, all she gonna remember is I was crying and you was trying to work.
True, but she right here. Let me get this out real quick. So I think it's definitely a form of code switching. But again, I just think it's disrespectful how you can treat anybody that you claim that you love, or that you claim that you want to be with, that you claim that it could be a family member. I wouldn't even talk to my boss better than I talk to my cousin.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, cool, yeah, you pay my bill, but we not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we not like that. This is my blood. This is my family. I grew up with this person. I respect this person on another level.
Well, to take it to even deeper, don't talk to anybody crazy. Just be respectful. Like, why are you talking to anybody crazy?
Want to take it then I'm with you 100% there as well.
Like, it's like I feel like she has a lot to address within herself to think it's okay to talk to anybody crazy.
I feel like there's a lot herself, but I feel like there's also a lot that she should address in her marriage.
Yes,
if she's comfortable talking to her husband like that.
She sounds like she's unhappy.
Because I don't think nobody should talk to their husband or wife crazy. Even though I know
our
we
partner.
do. No. Okay, I say this. I know we have our moments to where we talk crazy to our significant other. We say some things in the heat of the moment, whatever. We're human. We're not perfect, but to do it in front of somebody else is crazy.
That's
it's crazy.
Right. Any feedback like that should be behind closed doors between the two people.
Absolutely.
And like, I'll be the first to admit, I haven't always done that because it can be difficult. But it's like she forgot to respect her job and herself to do that at work in front of her boss. So you're not respecting your job or yourself. So like, it's a double whammy with the disrespect right there.
You spitting today, huh?
You know what happens from time to time.
Man, look, we got about 10 more minutes.
We covering a lot in this little.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through it. I got the baby. You got something to go to. Hey, look, we are really sacrificing for the greater good of the You Good Digital podcast. So
we gotta do what we gotta do.
We just gotta do what we gotta do. Now, Cuddy, I want to play this clip. I think you sent it to me, and when I listened to it, I got a lot from it. So let me play it for the audience real quick. I'm gonna go check on my baby.
Billionaire now. Why? Witherspoon. Billionaire now. Why? Because Reese Witherspoon, little sweet Susie Sunshine in Pink, basically took a book club and said to authors, I'll give you part of my platform for you to talk about your book because I'm lovely. It's free. You're going to sell a bunch of books. It's tiny, insignificant detail. I'd like the future rights to turn your book into a movie, and I'll pay you some sum, or I'll have a right of first refusal, aka I get the right to buy it before anybody else, and I'll pay you then for it. The author goes, amazing, Reese, of course, perfect. They come on, Reese basically A/B tests, so tests out which books do best, and depending on which books do best, Reese buys their movie rights and makes movies that create tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. But Reese doesn't tell that story. Reese tells the Susie Sunshine story of her selling the books. I think the other story is more interesting and more people can learn from it. Reese Witherspoon, billion.
All right, so that was about Reese Witherspoon, and I sent that to my cousin because I was like, wait a minute here. Look at this business. It's like, it's brilliant. It's Zig Ziglar had a quote one time, and he was like,
Bro, okay.
What?
You mentioned Zig Ziglar at least once an episode.
Well, maybe you should go listen to what he got to say.
Maybe I should, but go ahead, continue.
You don't even got to read a book. You just listen to a.
Don't make it sound like I can't read.
No, you can read. You just don't read.
True. But go ahead, finish what you were saying. Zig Ziglar.
He was like, you can have everything you want as long as you help others get what they want. So Reese was like, yo, I'm gonna help you sell these books by making you part of my book club. So the author's getting book sales, they making money, they getting what they want. But she was like, but I want something too. I want these movie rights. And when the movie blows up in the box office, I'm getting that paper. And I was like, yo, this is brilliant, right? Because that quote by Zig, you can have everything you want as long as you help people get what they want. I didn't understand it until just right now, listening to that again and just kind of thinking about it. And I was like, that's a brilliant business move. And that just shows that business can be a win-win. Because I feel like in the corporate world, a lot of people are like, oh, well, you got to step on people or you got to do this and push people out of the way to get up the ladder. But you really don't. You just got to be a shrewd business person.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it shrewd.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's more so on the, she found a way to make money off of what she loves.
Mm-hmm.
And she just took what record labels do with artists.
Yeah.
It's almost like a 360 deal for authors. You write a matter of fact, you write a fire ass script. I'll put it on my platform. I'll let you get some exposure, get some sales going for yourself. But I want a percentage of the sales, and I also want exclusive rights to if I decide to make a movie off that fire ass script that you just wrote, I could have that.
Right. But so what I think the challenge is like, she's probably giving a platform to somebody who doesn't have a platform at all.
That's what record labels do. But
I'm curious to know, like, would she be willing to negotiate the deal with the person, right? Hey, I get first right of refusal, and the person's like, yeah, that's fine. But when you get the rights to the movies, I want a percentage of those rights. Like, I want royalties off this movie that you make. Right. And then it also says she buys the rights, right? Mm-hmm. So they have an opportunity to sell it for a good price. I think sometimes with the record labels is more of, oh no, we just about to use and abuse you. This didn't sound like abuse per se, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But I also haven't heard a bunch of authors complaining about Reese Witherspoon's book club.
We haven't heard it yet. Zuri, what do you got? Say what you got to say to the camera.
Oh, baby.
Boom, boom, boom. You ready to go?
Well, like, comment, and subscribe.
Hold on. Zuri said, F Reese Witherspoon. I don't care about the book club. I'm ready to go, Daddy. I'm hungry. I want to go home. So, can I, baby? Can I get 10 seconds to get us out of here? Can I get us 10 seconds to get out of here?
She's like, nah, you can't go nowhere.
Okay. All right. Well, as you can tell,
we at the end.
Loud? Is that loud?
Yeah. People gonna be like, what is going on?
Hey.
Do you want to pause? Uh-oh. She's like, nope.
Not her contemplating for 2 seconds. Hold on. Wait a minute. Cuddy, you want to take us out?
So, thank you for watching.
I love y'all, but I gotta go on daddy duties. Oscar gonna take us out.
Yo, thanks for watching another episode of You Good Digital. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You can listen to all your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, Pandora. And then also make sure you check out the website, yougooddigital.com. We can't get to the 100K without you. Thank you, and we see you next time. Zuri says bye. I don't think she liked the cameras. I think that's the problem. All right, y'all. Peace.